In today's video, we will understand Git Clone from scratch. We will cover what Git Clone is, why we use it in real projects, what happens internally when we run it, and how to answer Git Clone interview related questions. What is Git Clone? Git Clone is used to create a local copy of an existing remote Git repository used when repository is in GitHub, GitLab or Bitbucket. Uh, you want the project on your local machine. You want to start working on existing project. Why do we use Git Clone? In real projects, the codebase usually already exists in a remote repository. In real projects, we use it to download project code from report repository, set up automation framework locally, start working on existing project, collaborate with team using Git workflow. The syntax is very simple. We use git clone followed by the repository URL. For example, if my QA automation framework is stored in GitHub, I can clone it locally using this command. Code. Now the question arises, what happens after git clone? Git clone does much more than just downloading files. It downloads the repository data, creates a local folder, set up the local Git repository, connects the remote repository usually as the origin, and check out the default branch. Let's take a practical example. Suppose your team has a Playwright automation framework in GitHub and your manager shares the repository URL. To start working, I will clone the repository locally, move into project folder, and then check the Git status. A very common confusion is why not just downloaded the zip file. The reason is that zip only gives project files. Git clones gives file history, branches, and remote repository connection, which is why it is the correct approach for real project work. Here are few scenario questions, like you joined a new project and the automation framework is already available in GitHub. What will be your first step from a Git perspective? Now the second question arises, your lead shares a GitHub repository URL and asks you to start working on the automation framework. What will you do? Here are some tricky and follow-up questions, like difference between git clone versus git pull, git clone versus git init. Does git clone only download files? What is the default remote name after clone? Can we clone a specific branch? If the repository is private, can you still clone it? Difference between HTTPS and SSH. If you know the answer, please comment the answer in the comment section. Thank you. Now the question arises, difference between git clone versus git init versus git pull. Git clone copy existing remote repository to local. Git init create a new local Git repository. Git pull bring latest changes into an already cloned local repository. Final recap. Git clone key takeaways. Creates local copy, the command used to create a local copy of an existing remote repository. Essential for collaboration, one of the first commands used in real project to start working. Complete project, bring project files, Git history, branch details and remote connection origin. Next topic, more practical commands would be there. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to the channel for more interview and automation testing content.